Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here. It has been so long. It has been almost a year since I've been in front of the camera. It feels weird, but I'm excited. I feel like I'm starting from zero, but in a good way. This video is going to be about my experience trying to take content creation seriously. What I've learned, what I'm going to take with me moving forward, and what are my plans now. So let's kind of start with where have I been? I started my first year of my master's program. It has been wild. As you can see, we're in a different location than from my last couple of videos. I officially have my own studio and I'm really excited. I'm going to try my best to be more consistent when it comes to long form videos, content, also, on my Instagram, TikTok, and those things, because man, content creation can be difficult. It takes a lot of time management. It takes a lot of knowing yourself, knowing what your priorities are. Also, on the topic of content creation and like long-term format videos, the past couple videos that I posted, and they had a script for them, I don't think it really worked out. I wasn't too happy about the script idea, because I think you can definitely tell the difference between somebody having a script and somebody doing an outline. So it's like for the next couple of videos I'm going to be batching, they're all going to be outlined. So like I have my iPad right here, like with all of my notes, and so what I'm doing is just like making sure that I kind of like mark each of those things that I want to talk about today. I think one of my challenges has to come with editing. I think editing is probably the hardest part of this, because you're taking this like giant video of like rambling and talking and having to go through and like, cut everything, try to get the best parts of it. I think the fun part about editing was my animations that I made. I'm super proud of my little like introduction animations. I'm going to update those because I think they can be cuter. And I think that's one of the creative parts about YouTube that I super enjoy, is doing those parts of it that kind of like starts the chapter of like what we're going in. So let me tell you about another hard part when it comes to all this content creation. Being viewed by people that I know in person, I think is scary when it comes to this. Okay, so like I'm gonna tell you a secret. Okay, so like right now I'm in the studio, right? In the studio space, there's somebody who's on this wall, they have their space. There's somebody who's this wall, they have their space. There's like probably 8 people who share this same like warehouse type thing. I'm here at I think 10 a.m. Oh god, no, it's 11 already. So I'm here pretty early on like a Saturday, because nobody comes in at this time. People usually come into work here maybe like mid-afternoon, evenings, and so I'm trying to take advantage of the time where no one's here, because I do not want to be perceived by other people here knowing that I'm doing this. I don't know why is that part so hard? Like, I'm nervous about that, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just something that's gonna have to come with time, figuring this out. But I think the one thing that did help me was a fellow artist. I think she graduated maybe like a year after me or semester after me, but she was super kind. She watched a few of the videos, she engaged with me on like social media, and I remember I went to go see one of the shows that was here on campus, and so she saw me walk by her class and she came out to come say hi. And so she had been so nice about, hey, I saw that you were doing all of these like YouTube videos, and I saw that you were getting really serious. This is something that I also am gravitating towards, that I'm trying to also incorporate into my art process, because we're artists. We have to also be content creators. We have to manage ourselves, but having that conversation with her, from somebody who I thought is like a super amazing artist and somebody who I think I would call a friend, it was very heartwarming for her to tell me that. And so that pushed me to want to come back. Even though it's been a year, I'm back. And even though the consistency isn't here yet, I will always return to the thing that I want to do. And I think that's what this is going to be for me, is just coming and going, but hopefully at some point I will be able to find that consistency. Something else that I want to try to incorporate, or kind of like change my mindset about content creation, is thinking about it as documentation, instead of being like a production. I think it needs to be more of a documentation for me. I need to figure out how to incorporate this into my everyday life, because on top of doing this, I have work, I have school, creating my art, I have home life, things like that. We're all people with so many different things going on in our lives, and so me adding this, it takes time out of doing everything else, and I really need to figure out how to prioritize this and how to move things around in my life puzzle. So documentation is going to be the framework that we're going to try with this time. The next, I think, dozen videos that I have kind of outlining, the idea is going to be to just bring the camera along with me, doing the things I already do instead of planning around it. I think for videos like this where I'm sitting down and chit-chatting with you, that's different. It's definitely different, but I'm trying to do more videos that have to just follow me around. Let's go do these fun things. And so we'll see how that one kind of goes too. I'm really excited about it. But then that also brings in the stigma and the low-key embarrassment of taking my camera with me places. I just need to shake the nerves and just accept that I will probably be looked at. I will probably have people that's so embarrassing. But I need to just say, screw it, I don't care. This is something that I enjoy. It's a form of creative outlet, and it's mine, and nobody else needs to like it except for me. And so I think it's just trying to be mindful of doing the documentation, trying to incorporate it into the schedule, trying to make it seem more of a natural process instead of a production, my time management, and making this a priority. That's a lot of things, but I think it is doable. It's just having the grace with myself to not feel bad if it doesn't work out the way I want it to. And just continue trying. If there's other people out there who are also trying to get into content creation, just keep getting back into it. But I think it's just slow and steady, and try not to compare yourself to others, which I have a really hard time doing. And just give yourself the grace to just figure things out. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything that I have to talk about coming back into this and trying to take this seriously again. It was a challenge, and I'm excited to move forward to see where this goes for the next year or so. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.